Oh baby, I loved this car and I loved this toy. And we're going to take a look at the Transformers Vintage G1 Sideswipe in the latest GotBot True review. Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. It's great to see you again. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check me out everywhere, Machinery of Man, the Everything Factor. Spend some time looking around the page. Check out the playlist. See what it is that catches your attention. And we're going to look at this guy. Now, again, he is well played with. I don't have the shoulder cannon or his guns anymore, I'll admit it, but he still kind of stands the test of time, because the truth of the matter is he's still fairly solid, even with the paint scrapes and scratches and everything else. He looks great. His paint was a 10. Of course now it's, you know, it's gotten more over time. There's still a little bit of chrome on his wheels even. Impressive, I think. I think it is anyway. He had a rub sign on his door. That no longer really works. Here's kind of the top-down view. You can see that the sticker detail and whatnot is kind of rough on this guy now. But boy, oh boy, was he enjoyed. And of course we have paint coming off of the metal over here. You know, it's unfortunate. But as a kid, I didn't really think about me collecting as an adult. That being said, people have asked me, you know, would you update it so you can get something that's 100% or the paint is perfect on? No, I wouldn't, because this reminds me of where my passion, my love for this hobby and this franchise began and came from. And to me, that means something. So I guess we'll call it heavy scratch. You know, that's what we'll do. We'll call it heavy scratch. And of course, we've gotten a couple updates to this guy since. We got, now I'm going to show him using a different character, but we got this mold in the Generations Classics line. Yes, it is Red Alert, but of course, Red Alert and Sideswipe are the you know, they're brothers. They're the same. They are the same, what's the word I'm looking for? The same mold all the time. You know, it's one of those cases where when you get one, you usually tend to get the other. And this was a fantastic update. Fantastic. You might say, hey, are you going to look at Red Alert? Well, to be honest with you, and I'll just lay him back here since he's our focus, I would look at Red Alert. I would. I would love to look at Red Alert. And I have Red Alert, so I guess I can bring him in here. But to be real honest with you guys, my Red Alert is in way rougher shape than my Sideswipe. The paint has come off this guy a lot over the years. I lost part of the spoiler, I've lost a tire, and worst of all, I lost an arm. Real shame. Don't have a clue how any of that happened. But it did, and such is life. So we will continue here. Transformation, pretty simple. You pull down the legs and you stand him up like this. You pull down his little feet at the back. If I can get them down. Everything on this guy's still so tight. You bring down his feet. They were chromed at one point. You split his legs just like that. You bring out the arms and you kind of bring up the arms. They were all chromed. Of course, that's kind of worn off over the years. You see his head there. You bring down his, you know, hood chest piece. You open up, back here you open up the roof, and that allows you to rotate the head. You might even have to lift up the chest to push it through with your finger, but it allows you to rotate the head up. You bring that roof back up into position, and boom, there you go. We have Sideswipe in his robot mode. Nothing at the waist, no knees or legs are able to move at all with this guy. The head can look down, it can look up because of that rotational hinge that it's on. The arms could go around 360. Technically, I guess there's a elbow. I don't think there's anything at the wrist. No, there is not. He was one of the more articulated ones. Realistically speaking, the transformation is quick and easy and fun. That's a 10. His paint in its heyday was a 10. His posability, his playability is it was about a 7, I guess, for the time. It certainly wouldn't be now. It'd be probably a 4, maybe 3, something like that. Overall, though, he was one that, you know, everybody wanted to have. Plus, Sideswipe was just so cool. This guy's a solid 9. Now, just to show him off with a couple of modern day incarnations, and I didn't do this, here is the Fall of Cybertron version of him in car mode. You know, you can sort of see how it would have that sleek sort of look to it. It's certainly Cybertronian and stylized and not quite right, but, you know, that is another version that we have had of him. And since I just showed the FOC version in car mode, here he is in robot mode, you know, alongside his namesake. Let's see if I can, there you go. Is the FOC version, you know, a fantastic update? It's okay. I can see what they were going for. You can see that, you know, the legs are fairly accurate. There's more red there than it should be. The arms are not nearly as accurate as they should be. The heads are pretty accurate. The chest certainly not quite as accurate. But this tends to be a pretty cheap and affordable version of Sideswipe if you want it. I looked at this guy in full back in episode 109, if I'm not mistaken. He works for me, for my collection. I'm okay with this. I think he looks kind of sleek. But honestly speaking, if you want the most accurate kind of update to this figure, you really, really kind of owe it to yourself to get, you know, this Classics Generation mold right here. Yeah, okay, again, I know it is Red Alert that I'm using here. And I can say this, I don't have the Sideswipe, but the Sideswipe is colored very accurately. It is a very, very good rendition. And you can see the homage here, no problem. I looked at Red Alert in full in episode, way back in episode 93, and just to, I guess, make it a little more, you know, accurate of a comparison of the molds. You know, here's that Red Alert, and here's my armless, my one-armed original Red Alert. It's a nice update. It really, really is. I did the custom paint on the head here. That was black, just like this guy's was, and it always bugged me. But taking both of those guys out of it, bringing Sideswipe back in, yeah, I loved him. I always loved him. And to this day, I still love him. And if you know him, hopefully you do too. He was a great toy then. He's still pretty fantastic now. Anyway, that's it for another, you know, trip back, 30 plus years ago, I guess. Thanks for giving me some of your valuable time, and I look forward to the next time that you and I get together for another visit right here inside the videos.